Here's a quick story about the power of redemption. Just about 3 years ago, I took over as the full-time owner of Hope Writers, our online membership community that I've been running with two business partners for about 7 years. And the news of me taking over and the other founders bowing out and me buying them out, that all that news broke while we were in the middle of our annual writing conference. And so the word spread across everybody that was there. And some of the attendees, some of the members didn't see this as a good thing. They maybe didn't know me. I was behind the scenes, really the marketing guy. And specifically our lifetime members, people who had invested about $1,500 to be a member of Hope Writers for life. And so we had this live VIP Q&A that was scheduled for lunchtime, but the news broke at 11:30, just like 30 minutes before lunchtime. We were planning on making this really big formal announcement after the conference was over. We had just said, we're going to get through the conference and then we're going to make this announcement. Information management is key, but the information got out. And so there I found myself in the middle of this lunchtime Q&A with our lifetime members who had invested a lot to be part of lifetime membership of Hope Writers, basically grilling me, asking me questions. They had a live mic, I had a mic, and they were asking me questions at the conference venue. There were about 100 people in the room. And it was tricky because there was a lot to figure out. There were a lot of things that I wanted to update or upgrade or change at Hope Writers, but I wasn't completely prepared for all those questions because we were going to announce it the following week. One of those members that stood up and asked a question, her name's Zoe. And I had seen her because she's part of our membership, but I didn't really know her very well. And I remember her standing up and her saying something like, I'm willing to give you a chance, but I would love to know your vision for Hope Writers. And it was a little tense. It was a little tense in that room. So even the question came across a little bit. It basically proved to me that you're going to care for us. You're going to help us. You're going to keep making Hope Writers better. In the moment, I gave it my best shot. Told the truth, this is my plan. Like, here's exactly what I'm looking at doing and how I want Hope Writers not just to continue, but really to thrive. Now, that was about 3 years ago. The funny thing is, one of the things I wanted to do is not be the face of Hope Writers. It's mostly for female Christian writers. I'm not a female Christian writer. And so a few months after that conference, we advertised that we were hiring somebody to host the weekly interviews, the weekly trainings for Hope Writers. And guess who applied? Dr. Zoe Shaw, the person that had asked one of the tough questions in the room. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I was already impressed by her, maybe even a little intimidated by her question. But if she wants to be part of the solution, if she wants to join the team, how cool would that be? So she went through this whole interview process and we ended up hiring her. And now we've been working together basically full time for almost 3 years now. And she's become a good friend of mine. We have done so many retreats and writers workshops and shared the stage so many times. And it's just a real cool story of redemption. I trust her. She's an amazing teacher and coach, and she's helped our authors. We just did the podcast boot camp in Asheville together a couple weekends ago. But today is a really special day because I've got something in the mail, and this has to do with my friend Zoe, which is so fun. Oh my goodness. We just received, check it out. We just received our first copies of her brand new book. And I don't remember ordering 4 of them, so that's awesome. Zoe, we support you. So cool. It's called Stronger in the Difficult Places by Dr. Zoe Shaw. I'm so proud of Zoe, of who she is, of who she's become, of the way she served our Hope Writer members. And she's got quite a story of redemption. I'm going to let her tell it in the book, but knowing her personally and hearing her story, you've got to get this book. It just came out today. Unfortunately, we weren't able to publish it. She already had a publishing deal with Random House, so good for her and good for them. But I'm so honored to support her, really be a business partner of hers, and just love working with her. So it's called Stronger in the Difficult Places. If you don't have a copy of this, you need to pick it up. She is a therapist, obviously a writing coach as well, and a writer herself. And I couldn't recommend this book highly enough. You got to check it out. But what an incredible story of redemption. I'm so proud of the work that she's done as a Hope Writer member and also as an integral part of the team. So check it out. And my lesson, and the reason I want to share this with you, is don't write people off. don't write people off, especially those who tell you the truth, might come across as maybe criticism or maybe constructive feedback, but lean into that feedback. It is a gift. I was listening to a podcast by one of my coaches today, and he said, if you have somebody in your life that's showing you places where you're falling short, don't see them as the enemy. See that as a compliment. See that as a gift, because they care and they want you to be better. Don't silo them. Don't push them aside, but invite them in and say, you're seeing something I don't see. I want you to help me level up so I can serve even more people. That's definitely what Zoe has done for me and for Hope Writers. She led the Hope Writers Retreat. She's helped out in teaching our boot camps. She's speaking at our annual conference, the Hope Story Conference, coming up. And so I just want to give her a huge shout out. Congratulations, my friend. I'm so proud of you. Your book, Stronger in the Difficult Places, just came out today, and I couldn't be prouder of you. Y'all, you need to get a copy of this book.